Hello and welcome to Favorite Rugby on Favorite Sport for today's England versus Argentina preview. It is the match of Saturday, I reckon, and two teams who could be silent dark horses just with regards to being on the right side of the draw could very much find themselves in getting quite deep into the tournament. I think that Argentina can go quite far, to be honest. I think that this Argentina side has the potential to create a few upsets and to give people a couple of scares. England, we're not quite sure what to expect, are we? It's not been good times under Steve Borthwick so far, and they need to start showing something. Otherwise, they could very well be, it could be group stage exits. So it's going to be an interesting game to see which team has sort of arrived at the World Cup and kind of hits the ground running. No Owen Farrell, for example, for England's going to be a big loss. Argentina have named a pretty strong side, and again, we don't really know what to expect from this English side, which is what makes I think everybody a bit sort of cautious or nervous about backing them or sort of making a call on this game. Before we look at the two teams, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. We'll start with the home side, which is England. And that is how they do line up. So Corey Laws will captain the side as kind of expected. In the front row, Ellis Gaines, Jamie George, and Dan Cole will pack down. Lots of experience there in the likes of Dan Cole, Jamie George, and Ellis Gaines is explosive, but we haven't quite seen that Ellis Gaines in the last few months. So he needs to start getting back up there and playing his best rugby. We've then got Maury Tozer and Ollie Chessum in the lock pairing there, and a loose trio: Courtney Laws, Tom Curry, and Ben Earl. Ben Earl, I mean, number 8's been a problem for England. They haven't really had anybody settle there. So it's an opportunity for Ben Earl to really sort of put his hand up and kind of sort of nail down that position. So yeah, I'll be interested to see how he does go. No Billy Vunipola in the 23, so he's got an opportunity to put his hand up and make a case for himself to Steve Borthwick. The halfback pairing is Alex Mitchell and George Ford, which is very interesting given that Alex Mitchell wasn't even supposed to be in the squad, and he's not only come back into the squad, but he is starting. Which is good to see. Danny Kerr will be the man off the bench there. And George Ford named at 10. I think he is England's best flower half, so I think he does need to be starting. Elliot Daly, Johnny May, the two wings. Plenty of pace there. And a good skill set from Elliot Daly as well. Very useful boot. In the centres, the big Manu Tuolagi and Joe Marchant will be looking to try and cause a bit of chaos. Ollie Lawrence looking to come off the bench, also a very talented player. And I think that's an area where we haven't seen England be as good as they probably could be. I think they've got quality centres. We just haven't really seen them just yet. And then Freddie Stewart, the high ball specialist at the back, but a very physical player, good ball carrier, needs to try and get the best out of him. Off the bench, it'll be Theo Dan, Joe Marler, Will Stewart, then David Ribbons and Lewis Laidlam. Then Danny Kerr, Marcus Smith, Ollie Lawrence. Marcus Smith actually was asked about potentially playing at fullback and has said that he'd love to give it a go. So could be covering fullback there as well. In terms of the Argentinians, this is how they line up for this weekend. Big news is Marcus Kramer is back in that number 7 jersey, and that's a huge addition for Argentina. So if you look at the lineup, there's Thomas Aguero, Julio Montoya, Francisco Gomez Cadella in the front row. Then in the second row, Matheus Alemano also returns. They reignite the partnership, does Alemano and Lavanini. Wasn't quite there the entire time during the Rugby Championship due to some injuries. They then got Pablo Matera, Marcus Kramer, and Jean-Martin Gonzalez. That is a very good Argentina pack. In fact, that's one of the best Argentina packs I've seen in a World Cup, to be perfectly honest. Yes, maybe I've got limited knowledge because of my age, but I think that is the best Argentina pack I've at least seen in a World Cup. Gonzalo Bertrand is backed at 9, and he's got Santiago Carreras next to him, so they know each other very well, played a lot of rugby. Mateo Carreras and Manuel Baffelli are the two wings. Santiago Chocobares in the centres with Lucio Cinti, very exciting player, very keen to see what he can do. I think this is the tournament he'll really announce himself to the world. And then Jean-Cruz Malia at fullback. Having said that, Ban is back in the mix. They've got everything they need, if you ask me, in that 15. They've got the physicality, I think, to match England. They've got some really nice flair players. Santiago Carreras is a very nice player who can find space. You've got a world-class kicker in Emiliano Baffelli, so I think it ticks a lot of boxes. And then off the bench, the experience of Augustine Creevy, Joel Slavi, Eduardo Bello. Then you've got Guido Petti, Pedro Rubiolo, Rodrigo Bruni in a 6-2 split. Lautaro Bazan, Velez, Matthias Moroni, the two backline players there. So very much targeting that England pack, who I think have looked pretty off it of late. I personally, I'm predicting Argentina win. I think that it's England. I haven't seen anything from England to make me really doubt this Argentina side, which has beaten New Zealand a few times in the last couple of years, has beaten South Africa recently. And when they can pitch up and they can remain disciplined, I think they can go toe to toe with a lot of teams in the world. And having Marcus Kramer back is going to be a huge addition. I'm a massive fan of him. And whenever they have these big sort of upsets, Pablo Montero, Marcus Kramer, Julio Montoya are always in the sort of the heart of that. So let me know what your score predictions are down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.